everybody, it's Allie from North Bergen Public Library. Tonight I'm going to be bringing you a bedtime story. So I want you guys to start by getting nice and comfortable. Sit on a comfortable chair, maybe on the floor, on your bed. Grab a stuffed animal. I brought my Medi Teddy tonight. He's actually a yoga teddy bear and he does all kinds of fun yoga poses. You can move his arms and his legs, just like this. If you want, give Medi Teddy a hello. Medi Teddy's going to sit with us while we read our story tonight. Today I brought for you How Much is a Million by David M. Schwartz. Have you ever thought to yourself, how much is 100? Is 100 a big number or a small number? It's a big number. Imagine you had 100 M&Ms. Would that be a lot of M&Ms? Yeah, that would be a lot of M&Ms. Now think about it. What if you had 1,000,000 M&Ms? How much is 1,000,000? If 1,000,000 kids climbed onto one another's shoulders, they would be taller than the tallest buildings, higher than the highest mountains, and further up than airplanes can fly. If you wanted to count from 1 to 1,000,000, it would take you 23 days. That's almost a month. If a goldfish bowl were big enough for 1,000,000 goldfish, it would be large enough to hold a whale. Presto! 100 stars. Right here. If this book had 1,000,000 tiny stars, they would fill 7 pages. Climb aboard. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like little lines. Each one of those is a little star. Let's count the pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if we know how much 1,000,000 is, how much is 1,000,000,000? Wow, that's a big number. If 1,000,000,000 kids made a human tower, they would stand up past the moon. Could you imagine? If you sat down to count from 1 to 1,000,000,000, you would be counting for 95 years. You would be really old by the time you were done. If you found a goldfish bowl large enough to hold 1,000,000,000 goldfish, it would be as big as a stadium. If this book had 1,000,000,000 tiny stars, its pages spread side by side would stretch almost 10 miles. How tremendous is a trillion? So if we thought about 1,000,000, then 1,000,000,000, how tremendous is a trillion? If 1,000,000,000 kids stood on top of each other, they would reach way past the moon, beyond Mars and Jupiter too, and almost as far as Saturn's rings. That is a long way away. If you wanted to count from 1 to 1,000,000,000, it would take you almost, how many years do you think? If it took 95 years to count to 1,000,000,000, how long do you think it would take to count to 1,000,000,000,000? It would take you almost 200,000 years. Wow. If you put 1,000,000,000 goldfish in a goldfish bowl, The bowl would be as big as a city harbor. If you put 1 trillion stars onto a gigantic roll of paper, it would stretch all the way from New York to New Zealand. I always like for us to say the end when the book is over. Can you say the end with me? The end. I want to thank you guys so much for reading with me tonight. I hope you have a very good sleep and all stay safe. Good night.